Hey, I just here tonight to answer some of the questions some people have given me about the little Xiegu X6100. I like the radio really good because it doesn't have a lot of hidden menus. It's all pretty much out there. You can find it very easy. Matter of fact, my G90, in my opinion, is harder to mess around with than this radio is. But I use it for mainly um, uh, DXing, or I should say, shortwave listening. I very rarely, if ever, transmit on it, and I don't use it for digital or anything like that. I just like the receiver on it because I can see what's gone, and it's really quiet for me. I like the filtering, and I use a Sigma uh, HFSX 80 vertical antenna. It's about 6 meters high. Got a little mounted low to the ground. I use it's got, I think, a 6-to-1 Unan on it transformer, and it works really well. You don't need any radials. You don't need a counterposey. You can mount it. Mine's been mounted probably 18 inches off the ground, but you can mount it high as you want, and it works really well with this little radio. And also, I got two of them, and I got one hooked to my G90, and on 10 meter, I have Antron 99, which is an old standby. But this radio here has really worked good. I got the volume turned down. Now it's the reason you're not hearing it. And uh, I enjoy it. And I'm not saying that everybody else has had a problem with it or not telling the truth or anything, because I've had Chinese junk. Since say junk, but I have Chinese stuff that I've had, like used to make microphone adapters. Well, I couldn't get stuff together, where you interchange the little black part with the little silver part. Well, some of the stuff you put it in there, the screw, it wouldn't even, nothing would fit tight. You couldn't make a microphone adapter out of any two parts of a standard, should be a standard fitting. It just wasn't that way. The ones I got from Vietnam, they were perfect. So that's just, but I hope China, the manufacturing is improving, and I think they're trying to with these little radios here. At least I hope so, because I got two of these rascals, and I don't have my Kenwood or my old ICOM 730 that I had a long time ago, which is rock solid. That tells you how old I am. And so you can listen to this one. I'll turn the volume up, and right now is nothing special. It's just on the, I guess, 41 meters, 205 megahertz. These guys out here from Florida guys, and they have a lot of good information. The other guys on 7200, you probably know how they are. They're crazy. But I like listening to them, because what are you going to do? You're going to listen to people contesting? That's like watching paint dry. So hang on there a second.
Last weekend, the Flex Radio. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's exactly correct. It is similar to that Flex Radio and a hell of a lot cheaper. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think Mike might need to bring up the higher in the mids a little bit, but not just my deaf ears. But yeah, that's. I was trying to think of that radio last weekend, and I couldn't think of that to save my butt. Oh yeah, one of my friends, Ed, NZ1Q, just upgraded from the, I think he had the 6400 mic, but he bought the new 8000 series Flex radio that came out, the brand new one. He said it's absolutely amazing. You get the matching micro with it, and or you can buy the one that's already got the screen in it. The 6400 that I looked at had to be at least a 10-inch screen. And then of course you could put it out on your big monitor, but with the Hermes, it takes up no room. You get the box with a max output of maybe 4 or 5 watts. You get a little micro driver, and they show the picture of the ones that match with it. And then you can get an auto tuner, which Mike could probably love on it, to send them this information that follows you wherever go with the band. It's pretty badass. Yeah, that's what me and Kerry were talking about. That might be a really nice RV setup. Like I said, you could actually put the box under the seat, in the dinette or dining room or whatever. Just have the monitor and the keyboard and mouse up on the table. So, yeah, that's, it takes place for the radio. So, I like my 710 in the RV. That's compact and works really well. But that might be something to look at, though.
Okay, now you see what it is. It does really good. I was thinking about getting the X6200, but my advice, I'm an old guy, my advice is to let them make a few of them. And I know I really appreciate all these other people buying them. And I like to see how they turn out first. I like to see where all the bugs are worked out on them. And they do. New radios have bugs. I've had ICOMs and Kenwoods, and I very rarely ever had to send any of them to have them repaired. But some of the old ones, what was it? The old Kenwood 440 that had all the tar and mess inside of it. Oh, that was horrible. But it was a good radio. Had a tuner inside and everything. But anyway, I just thought I would comment on the radios, and I hope the 6200 turns out to be a good radio. Now my G90, I love it. It works really good. It's got 20 watts. And also, I was going to tell you one other thing. I have found that most of the noise that I've ever had on radio comes from inside my house. As a matter of fact, I have searched one night for where the noise was coming from, and I found out it was coming from a electric toothbrush charger. Yeah, they make a lot of noise. So what I do right now, this little 6100 is running off a battery. I bought a battery off of Amazon, and then my G90, I got a really big battery for it. And the G90 doesn't really have much problem with noise running off the battery, and neither does the 6100. The G90 also runs off of my power supply with no trouble. And another thing that I've found, don't run your radio and set radio on top of a power supply. I don't care if it's an Astron or whatever. I sold a radio to a guy. It was a Linko, as a matter of fact. They're great, the little Linko HF radio. And, oh, man, he's ready to throw it in the dumpster. Said I sold him a rotten radio. It was brand new. And the guys on the other side end of his transmission one night, he was cussing me and everything. He said, wait a minute. Ron, what's his name? He said, where you got that radio setting? I said, I threw it in the dumpster. He said, yeah, but where did you have it setting? He said, on the power supply. He said, and my friend said, you fool, go get the radio out of the dumpster. You don't set that radio on a power supply. That was what was making it sound like off frequency. But anyway, that's me, and I'll try talking to you later. And if you have any questions, I'm a nice guy. I can take comments, criticism, and I can also give advice. I've been around for many, many years on radios. I love them. All right, that's it.